Yo, what is up guys? It is Samool back again with another Epic 7 Treasure Pool video for you guys today. Today we're going to be talking about a mid with her artifact as well as Ray with his artifact and if they're worth pulling for. Now a mid is a limited unit, she'll be running for 2 weeks until the 9th of March. Ray is a non-limited unit who will be running for 1 week until the 2nd of March. So starting off with the mid guys, she is a limited unit, so you're definitely going to want to pull for her because of her rarity, and honestly she just looks very powerful. So actually looking at her skills really quickly, her S3 is a single target 2 debuff dispel from an ally except for herself, and will also grant swift attack and also attack buff for 2 turns. Now swift attack guys is going to be at the end of the turn. It will increase CR by 50% and this will dispel when the effect is activated. So basically this will give you a big CR push with an attack buff. That is why a lot of people are comparing her to Amelia. But you're going to see that a mid is kind of a more aggressive version of Amelia that doesn't really have healing even as a Soul Weaver class. So looking at her S2 guys, this is going to combo into her S3. You're going to see it is an AoE skill nullifier and a 25% CR push when you max this out. This will also give her an extra turn. So basically what you're going to want to do is try to take the first turn with a mid, you S2, give everyone skill nullifier, CR push your team, and then you can also push another ally as well and give them attack buff. Very powerful opener, you're definitely going to run her at very high speeds. Next we have her S1, it is a single target attack that will increase CR of herself by 10%, going up to 15% if you max this out to +5. And also if you soulburn this will actually boost everyone. Now you're probably wondering why would you ever need to soulburn this? She looks like an S2 into S3 character and then you just win. The thing is, both her S2 and S3 are non-attack skills, so if you actually go against like Celine's or Politis's, you can actually just soulburn her S1 and CR push your team that way and not trigger Politis or Celine's S2 with your S2 or S3 that way, while still being able to CR push your team. Pretty powerful unit guys, I think she'll be very strong. I think mostly people that have tested her out have come to the opinion that she's a very powerful CR pusher that is very aggressive. So if you're looking to actually cleave or want to play a more aggressive playstyle, she is a must-have, and her animations look amazing also. Honestly, even if you don't like playing super aggressively or are newer to the game and don't have that great speed gear, I would still pull for her because in the situation where you do get more speed gear, she'll be a very good option. Now looking at her artifact guys, fan of light and dark, you're going to see after you use a non-attack skill twice, basically her S2 into your S3, you will increase combat readiness of the ally with the highest attack by 10%, going up to 20% at max level. And you'll also have a 35% chance going up to 70% at max level to increase critical hit damage. I think this artifact will obviously be good on units that have 2 non-attack skills in their kits, so like Amelia, Diane, Angelic Montmorency, even herself, a mid is going to be a very good user of this, but you also want to use it in a way where you're playing very aggressively because keep in mind, this does not supply any healing, it's just purely combat readiness, and if you get lucky, that critical hit damage buff. I think this will mostly be used on herself, and also probably on Amelia and Diane as well if you use them as very speedy openers. Honestly though, if you guys don't plan to pull for a mid, which I don't know why you wouldn't want to, she looks amazing and her kit looks really good, then you don't have to buy this really, but if you do plan to pull for her, then you definitely want to buy this artifact. Now looking at Ray guys, he has gotten an exclusive equipment, he's also a Soul Weaver. You're going to see that his skills though kind of look a little lackluster. So his S3, AoE on his team that will dispel all debuffs and also grant immunity and also will heal. Now the only thing is this heal will scale with the ally's max HP, not himself. So on squishier units, this doesn't really heal too much to be honest. Now the dispel and the immunity is very nice, but there's a lot of units in the game already that can do this and that have higher speeds, right? So you have even like Angelic Montmorency for example, for PvE purposes, she's just a way better cleanser. For PvP you can use Destina and she's just all around better. You can use Diane, just a lot of options already, so you don't really need a dedicated dispeller in Ray because of the fact that he doesn't heal that much and there's already a lot of units that can dispel your team. Now you're going to see his S2, it is a HP heal on everyone and a barrier, and this barrier will also scale with the ally's max HP, so same issue here, it's not that great because on damage dealing units or like units with not a lot of HP, not that good, whereas most Soul Weavers will have effects that will scale with their own max HP. S1, single target attack that will dispel 1 debuff, still not that great. You know, even with his exclusive equipment, he's not that great in my opinion. I think he's very niche in PvP. You'll only pick her into super heavy debuff openers, right? You can use him like into a Payra or something like that. But for the most part, guys, not really a reason to use him because Destina has higher effect resist built into her kit because of her passive, and she is just way more flexible. I think Ray's an easy skip, guys, not really worth pulling for, but if you already have him, he will be good in certain situations. But even then, until you have like a lot of units already built, Ray is kind of an option that you're going to want to put on the back burner. Next, we have his artifact Doctor's Bag. So this is going to be Soul Weaver exclusive, and you're going to see that it is an AoE debuff dispel and an HP recover going up to 14% at max level after using non-attack skill. So very, very powerful effect. The only drawback is that it has a 3-turn cooldown. Now, because of the long cooldown, people don't really like using this too much because of the fact that basically after the first turn, if you use a non-attack skill and they haven't used their debuffs on you yet, you're basically just getting an increased heal, and that will still put the artifact on cooldown, so people can actually play around this artifact, even though they most likely won't. But also the cooldown is just way too long for it to be effective. You have a ton of good Soul Weaver artifacts out there that you can use, and because of that, not really a reason to use this over them, and most definitely not worth purchasing from the Powder of Knowledge shop over them. This artifact and Ray definitely have their niche uses, but from a standpoint where you have to spend bookmarks and resources to get them, definitely not worth it. I think these units, or this unit and this artifact, if you pull randomly, not something you should be unhappy about, but not something you should definitely strive to spend your currency on. That being said, that's pretty much it for this should you pull video, guys. A mid, definitely pull for her. She looks amazing, and she's very, very strong. Her artifact, it is pretty good, but not like super OP, but you're probably going to use this on like a mid and other aggressive Soul Weavers. Ray, guys, like I said, don't spend your bookmarks and powder on his unit and his artifact because, if you do get him, nice, but not really worth spending your currency on because we might have another limited or a collab in the future. You never know. It is collaboration rerun season. That being said, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.